name is Emem Okon. I'm the director of Kebetkache Women Development and Resource Center, a women's rights organization based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. What we are doing is to empower women and create spaces for them to participate in governance and development processes. Over the past 6 decades, multinational corporations have been extracting oil and natural gas from the Niger Delta. When all this started, the expectations from the community members were that there is going to be improved conditions of living. They are going to benefit from the businesses that the corporations and government are doing from the minerals extracted from their communities. But how many decades down the line, what is obtained is poverty in those communities. The environment is destroyed, farmlands are destroyed, land is taken from the people. Sources of drinking water, the water bodies, rivers, streams, creeks are polluted. So the traditional occupation of the people are destroyed because the farming occupation is no longer as lucrative as it used to be. In fact, eating fish from some of the water bodies, you actually feel hydrocarbon in the fish. So we are in a situation where the land is polluted, the air is polluted, the water is polluted. So all of us are vulnerable. The reason we work with women is that over the years, interactions has been between government, corporations, and the male-dominated community leaders. Women traditionally do not participate in decision-making processes. So nobody even considers women when they are discussing the contract or when they are discussing compensation for farmlands that are polluted. So mobilizing women to begin to speak for themselves and also to begin to ask questions and engage with these critical stakeholders is very important. Shell is the biggest corporation and the most popular. So influencing Shell to change practices implies influencing other corporations to change practices and the way they engage with community members. We know that all through the Niger Delta, water is polluted, but this incident happened in a compound where the family had a local well, a local hand-dug well, where they fetch water for the household. January 2016, they wanted to fetch water. Rather than get water, what they got was crude oil. Because what it means is that the ground is polluted by oil. So the people are living on top of oil because the affected well is just a few meters from where family members stay. So what happened? In the first place, Shell went and put signs within the compound, no PPE, no entry. And the family also said that they used to go there with tankers. So they use a hose to extract the oil from the polluted well and take it away. But the gap still remains. There was no discussion, no consultation, no form of interaction between the family and Shell. The people who used to go with tankers, then within this period, Shell went and sealed off the well. So covering up evidence. So there are clear cases of human rights violations. There are clear cases of the fact that Shell is not sensitive to the challenges faced by the family. What they need for family members to sit and have a discussion. In the first place, even understand what happened to their well, what has happened to their family, is the place still safe for people to live? We have a lot of concerns because apart from what I have narrated, in the Niger Delta, part of the consequences of oil extraction is the release of toxic gases into the atmosphere through gas flaring. And this has been going on since in the 1950s when oil extraction started. There are a lot of gas flare points in the Niger Delta, and that is why the air is polluted. So we are inhaling toxic gases, and these toxic gases contribute to global warming and climate change. So directly, Niger Delta communities or people who live in the Niger Delta are experiencing climate change manifestation. So we are also promoting awareness on climate change issues and advocating for governments to adopt drastic measures to promote adaptation and mitigation. Between December and now, we've been experiencing heat waves. So there are a lot of challenges, there are strange diseases, so there is need for government to take action to address the climate crisis. So there are clear indications of what community members have suffered over the years and are still suffering. And then the worst is that Shell and other corporations said they are divesting from onshore activities to offshore activities. What is the implication of that? The questions that civil society and local communities are asking is who takes the liability of the damages that have been done? The farmlands are destroyed, the water bodies are polluted, people are getting sick and dying. There is no cleanup. So there is still need for dialogue and consultation. What happens to the environment? What happens to the people? A world where women fully and meaningfully participate in decision-making processes and the leadership of women is fully recognized by the community, by governments at all levels.